Nontombi Makize walked through the school gates, her heart racing with anxiety. She hated mornings like this, when the sun seemed to shine brighter just to highlight her dread. Her classmates chattered and laughed, oblivious to her struggles. Nontombi's eyes scanned the courtyard, searching for a safe haven, a place to escape the inevitable. Janele, Nakosi, and Lungile, the notorious trio, leaned against the wall, their eyes fixed on her. Nontombi's stomach twisted into knots. She quickened her pace, hoping to avoid their attention. But it was too late. "Hey, Nontombi, what's the hurry?" Janele sneered, her voice dripping with malice. Nontombi didn't answer, keeping her head down as she hastened to her locker. The bullies snickered, their taunts echoing through the hallway. Mrs. Ng Siobo, the English teacher, approached her. "Nontombi, how are you today?" Nontombi forced a weak smile. "I'm fine, ma'am." Mrs. Ng Siobo's kind eyes saw through her facade. "We'll talk later, okay?" Nontombi nodded, feeling a glimmer of hope. Maybe today would be different. Maybe she'd find the courage to stand up for herself. DC, Nontombi trudged through the day, her mind heavy with the burden of her secrets. She longed to confide in someone, but fear held her back. What if no one believed her? What if Janele and her friends found out and made things worse? In class, Mrs. Ng Siobo assigned a group project, and Nontombi's heart sunk as she was paired with Janele and Nakosi. Lungile snickered from across the room, and Nontombi felt her anxiety spike. At lunchtime, Nontombi sat alone in the library, hiding behind a book. She couldn't bear the thought of facing her tormentors in the cafeteria. Mrs. Ng Siobo appeared beside her, a gentle smile on her face. "Nontombi, may I join you?" she asked, sitting down without waiting for an answer. "I know things are tough for you right now. You don't have to face this alone." Nontombi's eyes welled up with tears. No one had ever offered her such kindness before. Maybe, just maybe, she could trust Mrs. Ng Siobo with her secrets. "Thank you, ma'am," she whispered, her voice barely audible. Mrs. Ng Siobo placed a gentle hand on her arm. "We'll get through this together, Nontombi. I promise." For the first time in months, Nontombi felt a glimmer of hope. Maybe she didn't have to carry the weight of her silence alone. Nontombi began to open up to Mrs. Ng Siobo, sharing her fears and tears in the safety of the teacher's office. With each conversation, the weight of her secrets lessened, and her confidence grew. She started to see that she wasn't alone, that someone believed her and cared. One day, while working on their group project, Janele sneered at Nontombi's ideas, and Nakosi snickered. But instead of retreating, Nontombi stood her ground. "My ideas are valid," she said, her voice firm but trembling. Janele rolled her eyes. "Whatever, Nontombi. You're just a nobody." But Nontombi didn't back down. She looked Janele straight in the eye and said, "I'm somebody, and my voice matters." The classroom fell silent, and for a moment, Nontombi felt a surge of power. She realized that she didn't have to be held prisoner by her fears. Mrs. Ng Siobo beamed with pride. "Well done, Nontombi. You're finding your voice." Nontombi smiled, feeling a crack in the wall of fear that had surrounded her for so long. She began to see that she had the strength to challenge her bullies and reclaim her life. Nontombi's newfound confidence inspired her to speak up more in class, sharing her thoughts and ideas without fear of ridicule. Her classmates began to notice the change in her and started to treat her with respect. Janele, Nakosi, and Lungile grew frustrated, their taunts and teases no longer having the same effect. One day, they cornered Nontambi in the hallway, trying to intimidate her. But Nontambi stood tall, looking them straight in the eye. "Your words used to hurt me, but not anymore. I know my worth, and I won't let you bring me down." Janelle sneered, "You think you're so smart, but you're still a nobody." Nontambi smiled, "I may not be popular, but I have a voice, and I'm using it. You can't silence me anymore." The bullies snickered, but Nontambi could see the doubt in their eyes. They were losing their grip on her, and she was breaking free. Mrs. Ngsiobo witnessed the exchange and nodded in approval. "Nontambi, your words are your power. Keep using them to uplift yourself and others." Nontambi felt a sense of pride and purpose. She realized that her story could inspire others, and she began to write a speech for the school's upcoming assembly. Nontambi poured her heart into writing her speech, sharing her story of struggle and triumph over bullying. She practiced in front of Mrs. Ngsiobo, her voice trembling at first, but growing stronger with each iteration. On the day of the assembly, Nontambi's nerves were on edge. What if the bullies mocked her? What if no one listened? But as she stepped up to the microphone, something shifted inside her. She looked out at the sea of faces and saw her classmates, her teachers, and her friends. She saw Janelle, Nkosi, and Lungile, but they no longer held power over her. Nontambi took a deep breath and began to speak, her voice clear and strong. "I used to be afraid of being different, afraid of being me. But I've learned that my uniqueness is my strength. I've faced bullying, but I've also found my voice." The auditorium was silent, mesmerized by her words. Nontambi shared her story, her passion, and her message of hope. When she finished, the room erupted in applause. Janelle, Nkosi, and Lungile looked on, their faces pale and sheepish. For the first time, they saw Nontambi as a force to be reckoned with. Mrs. Ngsiobo beamed with pride, tears in her eyes. "Nontambi, you've found your voice, and it's powerful beyond measure." Nontambi smiled, feeling a sense of triumph and purpose. She knew that her journey was far from over, but she was ready for whatever came next. The assembly marked a turning point for Nontambi. She became a leader and a role model, inspiring others to share their stories and find their voices. The school administration took notice, and soon, bullying was addressed more seriously. Janelle, Nkosi, and Lungile apologized publicly for their actions, and Nontambi forgave them, knowing that holding grudges wouldn't heal her wounds. Mrs. Ngsiobo helped Nontambi start a club, Voices United, where students could share their experiences and support one another. The club became a safe space for those who had been marginalized or bullied. Nontambi's confidence soared as she realized her story had the power to change lives. She began to write more, sharing her poetry and short stories with the club. One day, a publisher approached her about writing a book. Nontambi was hesitant at first, but Mrs. Ngsiobo encouraged her to take the leap. And so, Nontambi's book, From Silence to Strength, was born. It became a bestseller, inspiring thousands of young people to find their voices and stand up against bullying. Nontambi's journey had come full circle. She had faced her fears, found her voice, and was now helping others do the same. Nontambi's book tour took her to schools and cities around the world. She shared her story, inspiring countless young people to stand up against bullying and embrace their uniqueness. Years passed, and Nontambi became a renowned author and motivational speaker. But more importantly, she remained a beacon of hope for those who felt marginalized and silenced. One day, while visiting her old school, Nontambi met a shy and introverted student who reminded her of herself years ago. The girl was being bullied, and Nontambi knew she had to act. She sat with the girl, shared her story, and listened to hers. Together, they found the girl's voice and her strength. As Nontambie watched the girl walk away with a newfound confidence, she knew her legacy was secure. She had created a ripple effect of hope and resilience that would continue long after she was gone. Mrs. Ng Siobo, now retired, attended Nontambie's final book signing. "You've come a long way, Nontambie," she said, her eyes shining with pride. Nontambie smiled, knowing that she had found her true purpose. "I couldn't have done it without you, Mrs. Ng Siobo. You helped me find my voice when I thought it was lost forever." And with that, Nontambie closed the book on her journey, knowing that her story would continue to inspire generations to come.